back to World Cup action. Japan, you mentioned them before. Japan, so Tunisia obviously lost 5-1 to Sweden, sacked their manager. New managers come in, lost 4-0 to Japan, but a very, very, very good Japan side. Is this Japan's best side yet, do you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way they play, it's quite refreshing to see. I mean, I don't know if you saw that header. Did you see the header? Oh my God.
Unreal.
Like it's like Japan have always been very disciplined side. They've always been. They'll run for days for you. You know what I mean? And but they've added some quality in there, and that is a dangerous combination
100%.
because they look mustard at the minute. And let's not forget, before the World Cup, we played them at Wembley. They ruined England. They ruined England. I mean, absolutely put them to the sword. So. Yeah, I think it was a good. But I know it's Tunisia, and Tunisia was not.
But you beat who you play. The World Cup's about playing those 7 teams and trying to win those 7 games.
It was like they never got out of second gear, which is scary. Really.
They look like they could go up.
Yeah.
As well, which is scary. But yeah, they do have some quality players in that side, man.
I mean, the table now in that group is Netherlands on 4 points, Japan on 4 points, Sweden on 3, Tunisia on 0. Japan will be playing Sweden next. A Sweden side that, having looked fantastic against Tunisia, looked awful against the Netherlands. Japan can very, very easily top this group, which would be an incredible achievement for them. And they go through top, and then they can really push on.
Somebody said that Japan are going to put the Dutch people to the sword. I'm like, they've already played them.
They've already played each other. Yeah, it's just, maybe they'll put the Swedes to the sword.
Yeah, maybe.
But as well, because they've got what it is so many teams now are playing much more like club sides. I feel like, and like it's these teams that are not the like traditional elite teams. The managers have decided to go right. We're just going to play more like a club, like just a cohesive unit.
It makes sense.
It really does, because it raises the level. It's one of those. It's the mentality is that the kind of the whole is worth more than the sum of each part. Is that the phrase? And so they're playing and training like club teams where you've got, okay, this is our starting 11. We're going to use you as substitutes, blah blah blah. Whereas like traditionally, so Argentina won the World Cup, and Messi, obviously the whole of Argentina were phenomenal, but Messi was incredible. And generally, in the past, the elite teams that have won the World Cups have been because they've had the 2 or 3 absolute superstars that not carry the rest of the team, but like are put it on a pedestal. But now it's just like the whole team, even like they're also missing Matoma. Yeah. We'd argue is
Quality player, man.
You've got Kamada, who's good with Crystal Palace, and he looks brilliant as an attacking midfielder for them.
I really like Japan.
Yeah, so do I.
Good side.
I'll be absolutely real.
Someone's just made a great point here, right? And Brazil will probably play Japan in the 32, round of 32.
Cool, that's fun.
But will they? Because I'm sure they'll both. If Japan top the group, they can't, can they? Because if Brazil top it and they top it, they can't.
Well, but Japan might not top the group.
Okay, so
as equally Netherlands.
This is what I think. Well. Japan could well beat Brazil.
Yeah,
we could well beat them.
Well, do you remember Japan Belgium? Japan went 2-0 up against Belgium, and it took like a last minute goal from Chadley to actually get Japan were the best.
I don't remember that game.
Remember this?
I remember that game.
Was it in the last World Cup?
Last World Cup.
No, was it 2018? Well, it was one of the last 2 World Cups. It was Japan were 2-0 up against Belgium inside, I think, like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And they were. And this is the best Japan team we've seen.
Yeah.
Apparently, I think one of the comments, I remember, I don't know if it's true, vaguely referencing that Japan are aiming to win the World Cup by 2050. They're on their way.
I won't put it past them either.
Football, I was in Japan just under 2 years ago, and football's very growing there as well.
Yeah.
With the Japan team on the world stage, more players in the Premier League. Obviously, like Kamada just won the Conference League. Matoma was his whole story at Brighton's fantastic. It's growing very, very rapidly.
You see a lot of these players coming in and actually, but I remember, I think it was Arsenal definitely signed. They used to sign Japan players just for the international recognition to sell the shirts. Do you know what I mean? And they never used to get game time.
Well, Tomiyasu started.
Tomiyasu, but that's what I'm saying.
Tomiyasu started at right centre back.
The distant memory.
He was great for you. He could play all 4, both centre backs, right back and left back. Then he got injured for like a year.
He was always injured, unfortunately. Yeah, but he actually was a really solid player. Really solid.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're actually coming into these leagues and playing.
Apparently,
now.
Japan have already beaten Brazil this year, 3-2.
I still think Brazil would be favourites, probably.
Favourites for the game. Favourites for the game. But if you are not switched on for a full 90 minutes against Japan, you're losing.
But but when in history would you have ever said Japan and Brazil will be a contest?
Yeah. The gap's definitely.
Yeah.
I think
the gap between I would say 80%. The gap between 80% of the teams in this competition is minimal.
Yeah.
It's really, really minimal. And
It's exciting though. I like that.
I love it.
It makes it better.
Great.
Makes it better.
I am.